AJ's Entertainment tonight. Joining me now is the founder and creator of Roseneath Organics, Adam Voisey. Voisey?
Yeah.
Voisey or Voisey?
Voisey. I think Voisey's a rude Greek word, isn't it?
How are you, mate?
I'm good, AJ. And yourself?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks.
That's cool, mate.
Now, you've come along today to tell us a little bit about your products and your wonderful ways that you make them.
Sure.
What can you tell us?
Okay. Well, I can tell you lots of things. I'll probably start at the beginning is the best place to start.
Yeah.
A couple of minutes about my background. I'm an electronics engineer and I used to work on weapons and things like that.
Okay.
And about 12 years ago I started getting a case of conscience and left my job and went out trying to do things that were to help people.
Yep.
So I worked for a company who made eye surgery lasers and things like that, and that was pretty high tech and not so glamour.
So you participated in the construction and design? Yeah,
design and development of eye surgery lasers for use in places like Eritrea, where in the third world, where they're doing lens removal and what they call posterior capsulotomy, where they remove the lens, put an artificial lens in, and then use the lasers to clean off the tissue growth across the back of the artificial lens. Really life-changing stuff for people.
That's amazing, Adam.
And was becoming a bad engineer and was sick at the time and went to work for myself and did some work for about 2.5 years in conjunction with a doctor at the Women's and Children's Hospital here in Adelaide, and effectively didn't get paid for 2.5 to 3 years' work, and at the end of that was quite sick and thought, what am I going to do with myself? You know, I didn't really know what to do. So however it came about, I got involved in herbs and I started using calendula flower to help me with my bowel problem and started making up a whole heap of other mixtures to help myself. And after about 3.5 months of taking stuff, I woke up one day and could feel a piece of inside my bowel here on my left-hand side. I could feel something tugging inside. And that day passed a piece of bowel lining about that square in my poo. And bled a little bit, took some calendula oil to repair the bowel lining, and from that day onwards I've had people turning up asking for help and looking for things that are alternatives to conventional medicine, what conventional medicine has to offer. So just people looking for different things to utilise.
So how did you actually learn about all the things that you make and produce, all your medicines and your oils and and where did all that all come from?
Okay, that's a good question. I often say to people that what I do now is engineering. It's just what engineering.
So it's like genetic engineering?
No, it's an well, this is more biomedical engineering.
Yeah.
And I suppose it's
what I meant by genetics. I thought like the genetics of the plants. And
definitely.
You utilise it. You kind of find and utilise their properties, their healing properties, and kind of use them to the advantage of curing disease and things like that.
Totally, and that's exactly how I look at it. Like I'll go into look at something find some information about what may be effective or what may not be effective, and then think about how I can get that same material out of a natural plant substance, or how I can concentrate it or make it effective, and what other things are there that can go with that to do that. So
that's just a natural. So no one taught you how to do all this?
No, I read a lot of books, and I have quite
No,
it's good, mate. I have quite an extensive library, and have just self-taught over the last 12 years, and have tried to help people directly with their problems, and as a result of that, have come up with some really good products that we'd like to offer to more people, you know, as alternatives. So
absolutely, that sounds fantastic, Adam. Well, look, how about you've got a little box there full of products here, I can see.
Sure.
How about if you could you pull a few of those out and maybe tell us a bit about them?
Yeah, definitely. If I start back where I first started, it's a bit noisy. I started making a product when I first got sick.
Yep.
I started making this product here, AJ, and it's called Happy Tummy Tonic.
Okay.
Pretty, I'm not
happy tummy.
Happy tummy, exactly.
If you got a happy tummy, you probably feel pretty good.
We all want a happy tummy. And this is predominantly things that I sat down and I thought, well, I need to do something to kill any unwanted microorganisms or bacteria or
Yes.
bugs, parasites in my tummy.
Yeah.
I also wanted to improve my liver function and get rid of the reflux and the issues that were going on. When I started doing this, I couldn't even have a glass of water without feeling pain in my tummy at night time
Far out.
and without getting really bad acid reflux. So this is one of the first products I started making, and we have great people.
Excuse me.
Yeah, sure. We have a great client base who use this, people that are celiacs, people that have Crohn's disease, people that are having really bad digestive and liver problems.
All right.
Find it very helpful. So
That's
we continue
fantastic.
to make it. And
That's fantastic. We'll pass it over
yeah,
here.
sure. It's got the
So what do? We just drink it?
Yeah, it tastes like smoky peppermint. It's very strong. You probably want to drink it out of the bottle. You'd probably want to mix it with water. Cause
Happy tummy. Smells pretty good.
Yeah, has a lot of unusual...
Try me, it says.
Try me. Hey. So a lot of unusual things in there. And
Smells very healthy. Smells very good.
yeah, what we find is a little bit different about what we're doing is if people go to a regular naturopath or a herbalist, what they tend to find, AJ, is that those people are trained to use a specific set of herbs. You know, they're a Western herbalist or they're a Chinese herbalist. Or we're a little bit lucky in that we can pull together herbs from a lot of different places to utilise and to make products that are a little bit different. So
Now, just so everybody knows, Adam actually grows all his own herbal remedies on a farm.
Yep.
Here just outside of Adelaide at Mylor.
Yeah, that's correct. Yep.
And then or maybe you can tell us what you do, Adam.
Sure. We grow about 120 different species.
Of plants?
Yeah, of plants, and that could be ranging from the regulars like chamomile and lavender and rosemary to some more unusual things that are anaesthetic plants or things that are actually poisonous in their natural state, but if they're used appropriately can be great medicines for pain relief and various other things.
Fantastic.
So I suppose I'm a bit of a classic mad scientist, mate.
You look a little bit like a mad scientist, which is good. And you're making all this really good stuff. And apparently, what is it? It's 98% effective. Is that correct?
Yeah. So we have a product that is far more
effective.
Yeah.
All right.
And in the case of head lice.
And so, who do you think at this point would be the beneficiaries of that head lice? In the sense that
mums and dads.
Most mums and dads.
Yeah, totally. If they've got a choice, what's different about our product is that it will dissolve the egg cement that holds the eggs against the hair, and it kills the eggs and kills the lice. So with one application, you can pretty much get rid of your head lice problem. We often get parents that have said that they've spent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. They've bought the fancy electric combs to comb the lice out, and they haven't worked for them. We've gone through this process. I think it's recipe number 13 now with the head lice lotion. And as a result, we've got people like the City of Onkaparinga here in Adelaide who buy the product, and quite a lot of mums and dads who buy it direct from us as well at our www.roseneathorganics.com site.
That's fantastic, Adam.
What's different about us is that we grow the herb, we do the extractions ourselves, and we make the product from scratch, and it's our formula. And we find them very good products and very effective for most people.
Well, that's fantastic, mate. Well, listen, thank you so very much for coming in, Adam.
Sure.
I really appreciate your time and
awesome,
all your knowledge and your wisdom.
Cheers, mate.
So thank you very much, brother.
My pleasure.
Cheers.
And thank you for having us in here.
My pleasure. And we'll be back right after this break.
Cheers.